Alright guys, we're back. Sorry that it's been taking me so long, but we are finally back with Dragon Quest Builders. Today I want to kind of start quickly. I'm not going to give you a lot of preamble. We were in the middle of Tantegel, but I want to get very far into the game so that maybe I can announce the next step of the game, right? And we can maybe get the finale going. That would be great next time. As I said, we are currently in Tantegel, final chapter, and we've been building Tantegel Castle. And I can show you what I did with Tantegel Castle, because I did a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, first off, as promised, these areas are now like still dimly lit. They are like, the rooms are basically the same setup, but now we have a second story to the castle, which I'm going to show off right now. Here we go. Top of Tantegel Castle. As I was saying, we have the inn for everyone else to stay there. Let's get rid of these. And that's about it. Like, literally, that's about it. I did the bare minimum, obviously, but that's as far as I wanted to go, because there's so many other rooms we can still make. But I want to get very far today also, so I can finish the castle. There's a whole bunch of blocks that I haven't gotten yet, and the castle needs to be finished, you know. I want to make it so that this is like 2 blocks away here, and there's like a thing, so we have an outer castle, and then this is the inner castle, and then the next story up top is going to be the final story with probably another throne room. Like, it's going to be probably another throne room up top, maybe with steps up top to the overlook of the castle, so that we can overlook everything, right? Also, something that I did, which is crazy, is first off, I'm starving. But yeah, I did purify all of this area, everything. Took me a few hundred holy waters and a lot of running around and a lot of time to doing that. But I did it. Everything's purified. So, let's continue from where we left off. Greetings. We are currently on the lookout for the sages, so let's take the story further. Greetings, Nia. Thou hast spoken with the princess, I take it. The goddess did appear to her in a dream and revealed to her that 3 holy sages did journey towards Tantegel. But although they were due to arrive in the castle some days ago, they are yet to show their faces. Thus, while thou wert away on thine adventures, the princess did bid me seek out their whereabouts, and at long last I have tracked one of their number down. I shall mark the location on the sagacious character I did espy upon thy compass, Nia. Find her and bring her back to the castle. Okay, what do you have? Ah, Nia, did the princess tell thee of her vision? Her Majesty was visited by the great goddess herself, who did reveal to her the coming of 3 holy sages. I forsook the very sages she did bid me seek out. Though its sore shames me as a proud knight of Tantegel to entrust yet another duty to thee, this too was all-knowing Rubus's instruction, that we should seek the sages out, but thou must needs escort them to the castle. I will show you where it did sight one of these sages. Regard well thy compass near and bring her back to us. There's definitely some materials we'll be able to get once we're over there. Alright, dude. Hast thou heard tidings, Nia? A trio of holy sages to make their way towards Tantegel. Or at least they did. They long since departed from their homelands, but are yet to arrive here. Mayhap they met with some misadventure along the way. Following the princess's bidding, I have striven to seek out one of their number. According to the almighty Rubus' prophecy, the three sages hold the key to defeating the hated Dragon Lord. I have seen into the future and I know it to be true. Without these sages, our preparations to topple the king of evil will never be ended. To put it bluntly, if we do not rescue these sages and escort them back to this castle, thy sacred duty as the builder of Alefgard will be rendered an unattainable aim. So waste no time, Nia. Follow thy compass and seek out the missing sage, lest thine heroic efforts thus far come to naught. Okay, let's put some items away. I definitely want some holy water with me. But also I need some food. Because if we go without food... we might as well die. Alright. And we're going to sleep. And then we're using the teleportal. Alright. Alright. All of Tantegel is doomed, by the way. I only have my sledgehammers right now. I'm not going to purify all of this. Shouldn't there be an effect that lets me purify stuff? Alright. That seems like a bug of sorts. Huh. Cactus, huh? Let's see where we go. But also let's take some sand with us, because we can make windows with sand. And that's good. There seems to be effects missing. What? Maybe I need to restart. More silver, right? Ruby. Naughty nightlight, what? Oh, I can't actually get these with the current hammer that I have. Alright, let's continue. It doesn't seem to be too much to this area, except maybe the sand. Also, the water looks weird. Wait. This is ice? Ooh, that's a cool looking area, I have to say. Like a frozen over lake next to a desert. That is fucking sick. I do like that a lot. Hello? Anybody there? Broken barricade. Oh, and spike traps too. That will come in handy, yeah. Is there a way inside? Just a second. Wow, one sledgehammer has already fallen apart. Yeah, there's no way we can get in there. Huh. I can't get there. Maybe there's some way in? I mean, there's a castle over there. Maybe I should go there. But yeah, I'm not going to purify this entire area. You can't make me. But we'll get more materials here, definitely. That's why they did it this way, so you can get even more materials. It's turning dark already. The day and night cycle is way too short. Half of the world. Alright, let's see where the other guy is. Okay, this is a regular lava, which we can mine. I'll take some of that with me because I have a feeling that we're going to need it. I mean, that's a whole lot of lava. We can just waltz on over here. What is up here? What the fuck? This is weird because there doesn't seem to be any monsters here as well. I mean, that's true, right? Like, there's no monsters here. And I'm wondering if the no effects thing is something that is on purpose here. Maybe it's not that the game is bugged, it's a purposeful thing. Let's just build over there real quick. Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Where are the monsters? Okay, now I'm 100% sure it's a bug. There's no monsters here. All right, let me quickly check something real quick before we do this. I'm going to save real quick. And I'm going to reset the game. All right. Let me reset the game real quick. Yeah, because I couldn't even see the monsters. Like, how am I supposed to fight the monsters if I can't see them? Right. There we go. That's how it should look like, right? Okay. And there's the monsters. Oh my god. I'm going to rescue the first sage, but I need to go back and get more Chimera wings. As things stand, I definitely need that. And I definitely need to make more weapons, too. I can't just go around with my sledgehammer. That is almost falling apart. Oh my god, there's even new monsters here that I haven't discovered yet. Alright. Come on. All right. Wow. Can you stop, please? Just broadly speaking, can you stop bombarding me? That's also true that I need to go back to Pocopia. I haven't finished Pocopia completely yet. But the new update seems very good. Alright. Last one. Oh, two more. Thanks for the magic cannon. Get in, la. Sorry. Get in, lass. You have some lunatics a proper whopping. Not too shabby if I do say so. Nia, is that you? What the blinkering heck are you doing here? Hey, Rubus sent you to search for the 3 holy sages and now you found me? What a lot of cobblers. What kind of an holy sage have a mug like mine? Actually, don't answer that. Truth is, I was looking for you and all. Got a present for ya. Or at least I did before them rotten lunatics showed up and their mates nicked it off me. They're over in that tower. What do you say we go and snatch it back off him? Once we've got the sunstone back, we can take it over to that castle of yours. It ain't half good to see you again, Nia. Now let's go crack some skulls together, just like old times. I mean this tower. Probably should try to make the full plate armor for me. Alright. A familiar light shines forth from the monster's scattered remains. Nice. Val Visage, Val Tile. Alright. Let's go back, Babs. Huzzah, Lady Nia, thou hast done thy duty and rescued the holy sage. Aha, so this Lady Barbarella, the ferocious flower of Kol. I must admit I did not expect the Holy Sage to be quite so muscle-bound, not to mention rambunctious. Huh? Thus this Lady Barbella is an inventor of far renown, that she and thee did join forces to develop many esoteric armament? My, how appearances can deceive. I had thought her to be made not by muscle, but it seemeth Barbella doth bulge with brains. Speaking of deceptive appearances, tell me, Nia, the Dragon Lord may be the king of all monsters, but what manner of monster is he, truly? Wherefore did he seal away any mankind's powers of creation? 'Tis sooth that the curse he did place upon us reduced us to a weak and piteous state. But if a downfall was his eventual aim, why did he take such circuitous route to achieve it? If I were he, I would have destroyed humankind in a single decisive stroke. Ah, I have said too much. And yet, I cannot help but feel that there was something more to the Dragon Lord scheme than evil and evil alone. Those deeds do appear truly monstrous. Could it be that his reasoning was sound? Interesting. Cool, blimey, this place is blinking gorgeous. Right then, where's the baths? Oh, no baths, eh? What a shame. After walking all the way from Col, I'm stickier than a long, thin, brown thing. So, Nia, it's nearly time for you to take on the Dragon Lord, innit? Ever since I first met ya back in Col, I knew this moment come. That's why I had the boys dig through all the books in Galileo's library and try to figure out something of for ya. The secret of making the Sword of Kings. It's the most famous treasure of Col, and just the thing you'll need to lob the Dragon Lord's block off. I'll give you the lowdown in a bit, but first of all, I've gotta get some rest. My feet are killing me. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I got a present for ya. It's the fruits of our labors. Ultimate weapon and all. Oh, even the Bashmobile? Hell yeah! Couldn't you just get me a workbench that can make all of these things, please, Barbella? Alright. Doesn't matter. I definitely need a steel broadsword for this, and another sledgehammer. What do I need for? I need finest fur. I don't have any clue where to get that. All right. Another sledgehammer and a steel broadsword. Here we go. Let's go to sleep real quick and then search for the other sages. Before we go to sleep, I'd like actually to check if I can make more chimera wings. Yep. Just enough for 3 more. I'm not under attack though. Doesn't matter. Just go to sleep. All right. I think I'm fully equipped to go to the next place. Eat something. The monsters are ferocious here. Maybe I need to take these down to get the finest fur. That could be it. I actually want to know what we got here, but because the thing is, we got tons of metals already. What is locked away here? More iron, it seems. So if we ever need more iron, we currently don't need that much more iron, though. Because our palette of what we can create is still quite low. You know? Fuck off with that. Why does it need to be two on top of me? There we go. Meaty bone. Seems like a regular thing over there. Okay, we can mend this to make a room out of this. If we need it. This one seems to connect to different places. Like, the previous one was connecting to coal. Right? This one's more of a... This one seems to connect to Rimuldar. And there's Rimuldar enemies. Alright. Nice callback to the previous chapters though. Like I like things that call back to previous chapters, you know. Makes sense in a way. Fuck you. I am poisoned. That's a problem. There's one of those moving trees over there. There we go. I don't remember these enemies. Oh, they were those confusion guys. Alright. I hate confusion as a status effect. Alright. Fuck off. This is the worst. Let's go again. We need to travel there again. I think the only thing that I quite don't like about this chapter is the way it utilizes how should I say this? The way it utilizes combat. This chapter is very combat heavy so far because obviously it's about to teach you, it's going to teach you, right? Like the goddess says to you, you're no warrior. Everyone else keeps telling you, you are just a builder. Don't overexert yourself by becoming a warrior. And what the chapter tells you here is you fought through so much stuff, like you might as well be a warrior, you know? You might as well take on the Dragon Lord. That's at least what the chapter wants to tell you. And what it's going to do as well. You know. Give me back my stuff, please. Like, that's what the chapter is about. Like, you might just be the builder, but you can do more than just build. You can do the right thing. Colossal crab. Have we ever fought such a crab before? Probably not. Oh my god. Please don't. But yeah, the problem I see here is, like... There we go, we have the Staff of Rain. The problem I see with this chapter is, like, it's very combat heavy. And combat is not the game's strong suit, you know? Thank you, stranger, thank you. You destroyed all the beastly burrows for me. I don't know how I can ever repay... Nia, is that you? Oh, you don't know how happy I am to see you again. I expect you're wondering what I'm doing here. You might not believe this, but the goddess appeared to me in a dream. She told me that I should travel to Tantegel to bring you a special item that you'd need to defeat the Dragon Lord. But on my way over, I got attacked by the monsters and they took it from me. I'm so sorry. What? If it was the Staff of Rain that was stolen, you've already got it back? Oh, Nia, I knew I could count on you. That's exactly the thing I was supposed to give you. Apparently you'll need it to make something called the Rainbow Drop. Oh, naturally, now that you've got it, it's yours to keep. Make sure you take good care of it. Well then, Nia, shall we go back to this castle of yours? I'm only a weak and fearful servant of the great goddess above, but if there's anything I can do to help you beat the Dragon Lord, I'll do it. Thanks for poisoning me. By the way, the goddess is still scheming. Good goddess, Nia, thou hast returned to us, and with the holy sage in tow. Oh, so this is the famous Sister El, the shining star of Rimaldar. The lady thou didst work alongside to formulate new cures for the pests and plagues that did afflict the place. Never did I imagine she would be passing fair. Oh, I'm burning with envy. Why didst thou have the good fortune to spend time in that blighted bog, and not I? What? Thou didst not only cure the sick, but didst also vanquish the Hades Condor, the source of the sickness itself. Bah, Nia, thou art more amusing than thy features suggest. Thy features are more amusing indeed. To think that a common carpenter such as thee could topple such a mighty monster. Whatever wilt thou claim next, Nia? That thou wilt defeat the Dragon Lord? Pray hold thy tongue, for I fear my sides would fare split in twain. Leaving such shapery aside, it is true that the sacred artifact brought by the sage hath brought Dragon Lord's downfall a step closer. With the legendary sword and armor forged and the rainbow drop refashioned, thy duty as the builder of Alefgard will be complete. 'Tis a weighty duty to rest on such frail shoulders, but I bid thee abide this burden just a little longer. Yeah, everyone's talking down on me already. Goddess be praised, unless my eyes deceive me, this is Tantegel Castle. And all these rooms are so beautifully decorated. I take it you've been hard at work again, Nia? Your powers are truly amazing. I just know you've got what it takes to defeat the Dragon Lord. You're going to defeat the Dragon Lord, aren't you? Aren't you? But there's nobody else in the whole of Alefgard who's up to the task. Nia, I know I've asked a lot of you already, but there's one last thing I'd like you to do. Please, Nia, I beg of you, defeat the Dragon Lord and save our world from the darkness. One more sage to go. Alright. Let's go for it. We have a lot of medicinal herb with us. We should be fine. Like, we're fighting so much already. Why does everyone think that I'm not up to the task? You know? Finally, finest fur. Oh my god. I was waiting for this. And yeah, we can also finally make wrecking balls too. Because of all these bombs here. How are we supposed to get in there? It's not connected to an underground thing. This isn't great. Okay. Can I use my magic cannon or the Bashmobile? Nope. Hello? Is someone there? Those rotten monsters have buried me alive. They've completely entombed me in solid rock and I can't get out. Please, whoever you are, get me out of here. This rock is unbelievably hard. I doubt that anything other than an explosion would shift it. Oh. An explosion, you say, huh? Okay. But that means I need to go back first. Wow. Everything falls apart right now. Let's go back real quick. First off, we're going to make the full plate armor of our dreams. And then another steel shield. And then another sledgehammer. Alright. Full plate armor. And steel shield. There we go. We also need to make bombs. These are here, right? There we go. Pretty cool, huh? So let's rescue the last sage. This chapter is very good, by the way. The finale and everything, I really dig. You know. I'm free. Oh, that's him. He did this. Wow, what a fantastic explosion. But who's that over there? A human? Oh, it's not just any old human. It's a builder everyone's going on about. Just imagine of our glory you'd get if we squished her. Oh, your wobbliness. I've got some work for you. Defeat his wobbliness? Alright. If you want me to play more Dragon Quest games, I'm willing, you know. I'll be trying out those remakes on the channel, but not in the near future, but soon. Like probably when Trails in the Sky ends. His wobbliness is defeated. No, I'll never forget you, your wobbliness. Thank you, girl. If it weren't for you, I'd be... By my uncomprehending eyes. Nia, it's you. It's really you. Oh, my dear Nia. It's been so long. I'm so very happy to see you. What? Am I the one of the three holy sages sent to Tentacle by benevolent Rubus herself? Of course I am. Who else would... Who else but the Grand Mayor of Canton could be entrusted with such important task? It's a role I was born for, my girl. Fortunately, I very nearly fluffed my lines. So you see, I was on my way over to help you prepare to defeat the Dragon Lord, just like the goddess said. But the very moment I set foot on the shores, I was set up upon monsters and my divine artifact I was entrusted with was stolen from me. Do you see that sneaky slime over there? He's the culprit. Go on, Nia, give that Radha a good talking to and get the ancient emblem back. I'm sorry, please don't squish me. If you squish me, you'll have sticky, smelly, gloopy goo on your hands. Nobody wants that, right? I'll give that man his golden medallion back. Just promise you won't squish me, okay? I wanted to squish him too. Well done, my girl. You've got the ancient emblem back. That medallion is the very artifact of the goddess entrusted me to deliver to you to Tentacle Castle. Seems you'll need to build something called a rainbow drop, an item that's vital for securing the Dragon Lord's downfall. And now my mission is complete. The ancient emblem is safely in your hands, and there it shall stay. Well now, what say we repair the castle of yours? There's something else I must give you, but that can wait until we're back in civilization. I hope you don't mind if I move in for a little while. What are you pulling that face for? You look like you just swallowed an insect. Ah, by my tear-stained cheeks. You'd rather I didn't move into your new town, but I thought we were friends. What? You were only joking? Nia, you devil, the shapes of yours will be the death of me. Come, my friend, let's continue to Tentacle Castle. I can't wait to see what you've done with the place. The thing is, I actually want a few more wrecking balls if I can. That would be great. Because there's quite a few. Alright, let's use the Chimera Wing and go back. Well done, Nia. Thou hast rescued one of the three holy sages. If that fellow is indeed a holy sage, for a chosen servant of Almighty Rubus, is he not rather a rustic sort? He could at least have combed his beard. But still, the fact that a bumbling bumpkin such as he, the journey here from distant Cantlin, proveth one thing beyond doubt. The city must now be flourishing beyond measure, that even its lowliest citizen hath the courage to brave the darkness. Ah, the great city of Cantlin, far-famed resting place of the legendary Oral Armor. But of course, the armor. If thou art to achieve thine aims, thou must needs learn more of this suit of sacred mail. No doubt, 'tis that the duty of the sage to reveal its secrets to thee. As for mine own duty, Nia, I endeavor night and day to divine the location of the ancient artifact thou wilt need to refashion the rainbow drop. It would seem it hath been hidden away in the blackest recesses of the benighted realm. And what is more, the fiend that guardeth the treasure is not like to part with it. Shouldst thou but fell that monster, thy rule their role as builder of Alefgard will be all but fulfilled. All this I have seen in my visions, but they are yet hazy. When I know more, I will inform thee forthwith. Nia, my girl, the sacred duty is almost at an end. Thou must endure only a little longer. I don't know why they want me out of the picture so much. By my quivering quiff. So this is the famous Tentacle Castle, a place of Cantlin Chronicle describes as the beating heart of all of Alefgard. It may not be as bright and bustling as Cantlin is right now, but I can see that your building work is already well underway. Honestly, Nia, there seems to be no limit to your powers, but will they be enough to topple the mighty Dragon Lord himself? Wow, what a ridiculous question. If you don't have what it takes to defeat the Dragon Lord, nobody does. Which brings me to the other gift I have to give you. I'm going to tell you the secret to rebuilding the legendary armor you'll have to wear when you're fighting old lizard features. Right after I've introduced myself to the princess. You can't wait until then, can you? Oh, and by the way, LaRouche asked me to bring you these. The monsters around here aren't backward, but about coming forward, right? You'll be needing these to keep them as far from the castle as possible. Princess? Why are you all going into the teleportarium? Why are you on top of each other? What is going on? They are all on top of each other and all going into the teleportarium. What the fuck? Hello, princess. Nia, my hero, thou hast rescued the three holy sages. All three are friends of thine, are they not? I sense mighty bonds of fellowship between you. Almighty Rubis, in all her infinite wisdom, did send the sages here to bring thee three sacred artifacts. The artifacts by which thou mightst reconstruct the ancient altar, and thus the rainbow drop. By vouchsafing their safe arrival, thou hast brought thy sacred duty to prepare for the Dragon Lord's downfall, one step closer to completion. Nia, I have been thinking upon this sacred duty of yours of late. The great goddess did reveal to me that thou art not the hero who is destined to slay the Dragon Lord. And yet, I cannot help but feel that, with the powers thou wields, thou art abundantly big enough to achieve just that. Indeed, 'twould seem that all thy friends are certain the Dragon Lord's destruction will come at thy hand. However, Merlund, the seer, doth insist that each and every one of us hath predetermined path in life, and 'tis not our place to go against the heaven-sent guidance of the goddess. Verily there is truth in his words. Nia, I thank thee for delivering the three holy sages from their plights. For now at least let us concentrate our efforts on rebuilding this castle and making it ready for the day of the Dragon Lord's destruction. Alright. The problem is it's already getting full. My inventory is already getting full. Alright. Okay. There we go. Nia, though this may not be the ideal time for it, I have an urgent matter to discuss with thee regarding the princess. As well thou knowest, the princess is a kind and gentle creature who will happily break bread with even her lowliest subject. But what of her sleeping quarters? 'Tis hardly fitting that her majesty should be forced to sleep in such ignoble surroundings. Wherefore I prithee build her a bedroom fit of her station. Naturally, the princess knoweth not of this request. She is far too humble to demand aught for herself, especially in such dire times as these. And yet I must, for it is my sacred duty as a Knight of Tentacle to ensure my princess's comfort and security. As for the chamber's location, I deem that far corner to the safest spot. I bid thee decorate the room in a manner fit for a princess, with flowers and a candelabrum and a chic chair, not to mention a lady sign to mark the room as hers, and a four-poster bed of such opulence that as befitted of her nobility. What sayst thou, Nia? Is it with thy powers to dream up a bedstead of magnificent as that? God damn it. Princess-sized bed. Alright. Oh, Nia, it's wonderful to be living alongside of you again. It feels like a dream. Though it may not feel that way to you, after all you have an incredibly important mission to fulfill. Nothing less than defeating the Dragon Lord. I'm sure there'll be times when you feel terribly tired, both in your body and your soul. When those times come, I'll do everything I can to ease your pain. But first of all, I want you to do something for me. No, for everyone. Don't you think it'd be ever so helpful if you had a special room in this castle to rest and recuperate? Not just physically, but spiritually too. Back in Rimuldar, I saw many sights that were so utterly awful they made my eyes spin and my stomach turn. Whenever I thought things couldn't get any worse, I took strength from my faith and gathered the will to persevere in my mission. Everyone's fighting so hard to protect this place. If we had a room set aside where they could find a little peace, I think it would help them in the same way. Here, Nia, I've drawn a picture of the kind of thing I'm thinking of. I'd be ever so grateful if you could build it for me. As for the statue of the goddess that I've drawn in my blueprint, I've thought long and hard about how you could go about building it. I wouldn't presume to tell the builder how to do her own job, but if you'd bear with me just for a moment. The hostel blueprint. Goddess statue. Interesting. I'm going to build it on this side, I think. How big is this room? This is a big, chunky room, huh? I probably should build it this way. Yeah. That's where I'm going to put it. Okay. Where's the rest of you guys? In here? Hey Babs, what do you want? Watcha, Nia, you're ready to give that Dragon Lord a proper walloping? Ah, sorry, course you ain't. I ain't told you how to make a legendary sword yet, have I? Alright, here goes. I'll show you how to go about forging the Sword of Kings. There was an old legend doing the rounds back in Cole, saying that the sword was first forged there hundreds of years ago. So as soon as he set off for Tantegel, we started going through all of Galileo's old books to see if we could work out how the thing was put together in the first place. And we finally did it. So here, follow these instructions, get the Sword of Kings rebuilt, and use it to lop that brother's block off. Sacred Sword forged from mystical metal. Attack plus 50. Does not degrade with use. Ooh. That is actually perfect. This castle of yours is coming along splendidly. At this rate, it may soon put even Cantlin to shame. But enough small talk. I don't know how I mentioned it earlier, but delivering the ancient emblem wasn't my only reason for coming here. I also have to teach you how to forge the fabled armor you'll need to wear when you face the Dragon Lord. When the great goddess appeared to me and told me I had to help you to prepare for the day of the Dragon Lord's downfall, I remembered something. There was a chapter in the Cantlin Chronicle that described a long-lost suit of armor. It told how the great blacksmith, Magog, forged it for the hero of legend to wear when he faced the Dragon Lord so many eons ago. Haha, do you remember that name, Nia? Indeed, the legendary suit of armor was created by none other than the ancestor of our good friend Magnus. I asked Magnus if he had an inkling of where the armor might be found. A secret family stash, maybe? Sadly, no. He told me that the armor went missing long ago. But if I were to tell you what we knew about its construction, you'd be able to rebuild it. Listen closely, Nia, and I'll tell you everything that Magnus told me. Use this knowledge to rebuild the armor and defeat the Dragon Lord. Take no damage from poison or lava? Oh, that is interesting. What do we need for that? The Sword of Kings. We need Orichalcum, but the rest we have, luckily. And the armor. Zenithium and Orichalcum and Finest Fur. We can all get that. We should all get that. I'm going to sleep and then we're going to get all of those materials. Luckily, we have enough wrecking balls to do so. And then we need some Finest Fur, which I know where to get to. Let me craft more wrecking balls real quick. We have 5 more Chimera Wings, which should be enough for now. Alright. Okay. The Orichalcum and Sinethium was in a cave over there. By the way, I might just start playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. Like, I still haven't got my full fix of Dragon Quest Builders, to be honest. You know? Like, we could just start Dragon Quest Builders 2 and treat it like this game. Like a game that we'll just play whenever, like, there's nothing else to play. And I think that would be fine. Ooh. Got tons of Sinethium. Well, not tons. But we got tons of Orichalcum. Pretty cool. Tons of Orichalcum and enough Sinethium for us. Okay, now we need to find those bunnies to get some finest fur for us. Where are those bunnies? There are no bunnies here? Up there. Finest fur. I don't know if one is enough. Luckily, there's bunnies over there too. More finest fur. What are you giving me, crab or scorpion? That scorpion looks ominous over there. Is it like a boss? It seems like it. Alright. Alright. There we go. Okay, sledgehammer. We could definitely place a wrecking ball there. Well, a little bit more Orichalcum. Doesn't matter. Let's go back and craft those items. Then we have a whole room to build as well. Okay. Sword of Kings. And the auroral armor. By my towering cheekbones, you've rebuilt the auroral armor. Can I try it on, Nia? I've always wondered what I'd look like if I were a hero. What? You've never been able to get the stink out? Honestly, Nia, you haven't changed since the very first moment I met you. Whatever pops into your mind flies straight out of your mouth. You'd think a servant of the goddess would be a little more prudent with her words, particularly when dealing with sensitive souls. I don't know whether to put it down to mere naivety or something else. But never mind. I like that you can speak your mind to me, Nia. It shows what great friends we are. By the way, Nia, why does that old fool Merland always act like he knows better than anyone else? He went so far as to say that you aren't the one who's going to defeat the Dragon Lord. But you're the only one in the whole wide world who could possibly do it. Even I know that. So whatever you do, Nia, don't listen to that silly old man. I want to see this world bathed in light again. I know that Pippa and LaRouche and everyone else back in Cantlin are all eagerly awaiting that day that Alefgard knows true peace once more. Oh, and one more thing. You've rebuilt the auroral armor, but don't you think it's a little lacking on its own? Wouldn't a great big shield just be the thing to really set the ensemble off? Have a think about it and see what you can come up with. Hero's Shield. The Sacred Shields. Alright. Blimey, O'Reilly. That's the Sword of Kings, alright. Nice one, Nia. You're one step closer to taking on down the Dragon Lord. Oh, and while we're on the subject of fighting the good fight, do you mind if I give that old codger Millen and his two stupid knights a punch on the bracket? Those stuck-up snobs kept calling you the Carpenter and say it ain't your proper place to take down the Dragon Lord. Who gives a flying plumberry about whose place it is? Who do they think they are, telling everyone what they can and can't do? The only person who gets to decide that is you. I've never got on with all this talk of oracles and divine messengers and all that rubbish. I'll give it to you straight, Nia. I didn't come here because some poxy goddess sent me. I came here to give you the Sunstone and teach you how to forge the Sword of Kings, and that's that. Ah, those posh brats got me all riled up. It's times like these I could really do with a nice hot bath. Soon as the Dragonlord's done with and the world's at peace again, you can come back with me to Cole, and we can both have a good long soak. Baird, Cecile and all these boys are waiting for ya. If you're lucky, maybe even Galileo will show the smug old mug again. Alright, let's equip it. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's put the rest of the equipment in here. Just a second. Okay. Look at me. I'm invincible. Let's also make the shield that he was talking about. Maybe we need something for that too. Steel ingot and 2 Sinithium. I have no idea where to get more Sinithium, so that's that for now. Can make more steel ingots though. There's probably a cave where I can get more Sinithium. I should probably go to that. Let's try it. Why not? Nothing lost, nothing gained. There has to be a cave somewhere where we might get more Sinithium. I just need 2 more. Wait, this sword is like crazy good. I look like a proper warrior with this armor and this sword. Okay. I do have a home up there that I can go to. Yeah, this is crazy strong. This is not an entrance to a cave, is it? It is. Orichalcum. More orichalcum. No sinithium anywhere. You know, sadly. Yeah, there was nothing over there, but maybe over there. Oh yeah, I can now just walk through the poison with this set of armor. Great. Since this sword doesn't degrade too, you can just break any block with it you want. There's enough sinithium for us. Alright. Now we can make the shield. Let's go outside. Where's the exit? God damn it. Over there, right? Yep. Alright, we're back. Let's build this shield. I actually don't need these 2 swords. Let me put these 2 swords also back. There we go. Nice. Now we look like a proper hero. Okay, what do we need to do in order to build this? Castle foundation and castle wall first. Alright. How much castle foundation do we have left? Only 9. It's definitely not enough. can make more than one sort of kings. I really don't need that much, but yeah. Let's make a bunch of castle foundations. And a magic door. Candelabrum, please. Stone capping, stone coping. Red carpeting. Princess-sized bed. Definitely, we need that. Another chest. 3 pots. We are going to need 6 beds, right? All right. I might have to make this room a little bit smaller, to be honest. Okay. Although there's not that much space to make this room smaller. Let's definitely make it taller than this. Well, we can remove the pots in front, definitely. Like, that's something that we can do. Okay. What do we need? We need candlestick, 1 candlestick. A dining table, 2 stools, a brick barbecue. Okay. And a goddess statue. Definitely a dining table. Then 2 wooden stools. A goddess statue. Where is the goddess statue? Let's make more iron ingots. How much coal do we have? We have way more than iron. Okay. Sledgehammer, throne. Let's definitely make a candlestick. Then I need a cook fire to make a brick barbecue. The only thing missing still is the goddess statue, then. And it's probably something I can make at the altar, right? Yep. Resourcefulness is all I'm asking. Alright. That's wrong. Barbecue kitchen. Dining table. 2 wooden stools. No wooden stools? Oh, comfy stools. Alright. And the goddess statue. Okay, I need 2 more comfy stools. There you go. I have enough to do those. Well, I might have to remodel the other side then. I'll have to think about it. There you go. The Holy Hostel Blueprints. Alright. Where are you? Goddess be praised, it's even more beautiful than I imagined it. Thank you, Nia. How the people of Tantegel have sanctuary from all this danger and darkness. Speaking of darkness, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about. I've heard a rumor about the young warrior who set out from Tantegel long ago to fight the Dragon Lord, the hated king of monsters. The story goes that the Dragon Lord asked the warrior to join him in return for half of the world, and the warrior answered yes. And that's how this bleak and benighted world came into existence. What I don't understand, Nia, is why the warrior would agree to the Dragon Lord's offer. They say he was the scion of the legendary hero. Had he only seen out his mission till the end, he would have become a great hero himself. And yet he chose to turn his back on that goodness and that glory and accept the offer of the great deceiver himself. Did he truly believe that the Dragon Lord would part with half of the world so easily? The poor fool. Though he committed a great sin when he went against the goddess's guidance, I'm sure he had his reasons. That warrior was still alive today. I'd be ever so keen to meet him. Perhaps I could convince him to return to the righteous path. Oh, I nearly forgot. My grandfather asked me to give you this. It's a secret recipe for a medicine with miraculous healing properties. You might very well need it if you're going to fight the Dragon Lord yourself. Yggdrasil Essence, an exotic elixir made to mirror the World Tree's dew, revives and restores you to full health upon death, automatically used if held. Ooh. That's good. Put that king-size bed out of here again. Ugh. The item reorganizing thing is a little bit much. Well met, Nia. It would seem that thy preparations for the Dragon Lord's downfall are nigh complete. Thou hast gathered together the ancient emblem, the Staff of Rain, and the Sunstone. With these 3 artifacts, thou canst reconstruct the long-lost ancient altar. It is only by the power of this altar that the sacred rainbow drop might be rebuilt, and the path to the Dragon Lord's Isle of Evil be opened once more. Thou hast also forged the Sword of Kings and the Auroral Armor, the legendary arms of the true hero of Alefgard. Whenever such a hero would appear in this world, these arms will serve him well in his battle against the Dragon Lord. There is but one duty that remaineth, before the role allotted unto thee by Almighty Rubus is finally fulfilled. Thou must needs recover the crystal from which the rainbow drop is to be fashioned, and offer it up to the ancient altar. Long have I labored to divine how thou wilt obtain the sacred crystal, and at last the secret hath revealed itself unto me. I have seen how thou wilt craft the ultimate key that will open the doors of darkness behind which the crystal is hidden. And I've seen the ultimate enemy that doth await thee there. Nia, my girl, before thou departest to beard this mighty foe and fulfill thy destiny, what say thou of making this castle of Tentacle even more splendid than it already is? When thy role as builder of Olive God is complete, thy powers will surely wane. 'Tis meet to make the most of them while still thou canst. The reconstruction of Tentacle is a momentous task indeed, and yet I warrant that the town's revival may already be assured. Ah yes, 'tis just as I did foresee it. Verily, thy building talents know no bounds. Nia, my girl, I congratulate thee. Thou hast trotted a long and treacherous path to reach this point. In all of the diverse realms of Alefgard, Cantlin, Rimuldar, Kol, and Garlenholm, thou didst overcome nigh unscalable obstacles to achieve their salvation. In the beginning, thou wert sore abashed to have this sacred duty thrust upon thee, and didst attempt to rebel against thy fate, didst thou not? But now the time for the resistance is over. Soon thy sacred duty will be complete, and this weighty burden lifted from thy shoulders. Oh, my dearest Nia, thou hast done Alefgard proud. It is very nearly time for thee to embark upon thy final adventure. Nia, my girl, I commend thee for having it made this far. Thou hast assembled the sacred artifacts required to build the ancient altar and rebuild the long-lost arms by which the Dragon Lord might be matched. Though it cannot be said that Tentacle is yet restored the way it once was, the foundations for its eventual revival are nigh unshakable. So long as we, men and women of Tentacle, have the holy water that thou didst create, and the strength of will to follow in thy footsteps, 'tis but a matter of time before the town and the castle are restored to their former glory. The moment that thou dost fulfill thy final duty to rebuild the rainbow drop by which the Dragon Lord's Isle of Evil may be reached, it will be fair to say, in the greater part at least, the world will be returned to the state it was in afore the dread darkness was unleashed upon us, god damn it. And with that, Alefgard's revival will be assured. Why such clouded brows, my girl? Ah, I see, thou art so overcome with emotion to hear such happy news. Thou knowest not how to react. Come, Nia. Where thought alone will not provide the answers we seek. Let us instead rely on action. The rainbow drop must be built. As I've told thee many times before, the crystal from which the rainbow drop must be crafted is hid away in the blackest pit of this cursed land. A recess darker and danker than any other. And what is more, it is guarded by the source of darkness itself, who is not like to part with it by any other means than by force of arms. Nia, my girl, the monster who doth lurk in this deep dank darkness will be thy final foe. I know not what manner of fiend he is, but for the sake of all that is good and holy, I bid thee put him to the sword. The doors to the darkness wherein he sleeps are unlocked by the ultimate key, of which I have already recovered one part. I bid thee gather the remaining materials to construct this key, and bravely venture into the lair of thine ultimate enemy. Defeat him, and all that thou requires to rebuild the rainbow drop shall be thine. Alright. It is a little bit of a mouthful, I have to say. But maybe it's just showing how conceited these guys actually are. Well, time to rip out this bedroom. Well, that is for another quest. Where do we have the carpets? Bloodstone. Alright. Only 4 pieces of fancy carpet remain, huh? Alright. So, what do we do here? Oh, there we go. Then we add those 4 fancy carpets in here. And then we use the red carpeting to produce the rest of the red carpet. Well, and this room has a new floor. And we're going to add the second candelabrum over here. And then we add a princess-sized bed. What else do we need? Dude. A candelabrum, a chic chair, and some flowers. Okay. Chic chair. But also like a table, maybe? Let's make another dining table. I mean, a chic chair is all well and good, but... Right? Not in the corner like this. Let's have like the table. I don't know, over there. And the chair like this, maybe? Alright, that already looks better. Maybe I can make a bit of a castle wall here. Castle foundation in the corner. Like this. And we place the flowers on top. Right? Okay, let's also build a shovel, because we haven't one already. Let's get some flowers. Like, there's a ton of them already. I mean, the only ones we can get is milk blossoms, I guess, so far. There we go. Princess's bedroom. Nice. Fine work, Nia. Verily thou hast built a bedroom fit for a princess. I'm sure her majesty will be as pleased as I am. 'Tis beyond doubt that thou art the carpenter, nay, the builder of legend. Now that I think upon it, Nia, thou art a most peculiar lady. I have heard many a rumor about thee. For instance, it is said that thou growest no stronger, no matter how many enemies thou defeatst. That thou canst see ghosts and speak with monsters. That thou art entirely lacking in manners and bodily warmth and pecs. And yet, the thing that I found most peculiar about thee is that thou speakest to me in my sleep. Never before have I met anyone so insensible as to address someone while they are sleeping. And yet the moment I hear thy voice, I cannot help but leap to my feet. Nia, art thou truly a normal human, or... By the goddess, can it be true? Art thou in fact a figment of mine imagination that only I can see and hear? Plague me no more, foul spectre! Oh, and thanks for building my bedroom. God damn it. Yes, this is the princess's room. Okay. We probably need to build it here, right? Or on the altar. I mean, the altar is the new one, right? So we probably need to build it there. The ultimate key. Float o' copper. Where do we get that? I mean, I have the keystone, but where do I get float o' copper? Where's that guy? What is he doing there? Ultimate key. Tis a passport forged from float o' copper. Magical metal with shape-shifting properties of the fiendish float o' copper. What little of the Allah that remaineth in Tantegel hath long since been collected by the covetous trolls who wander these moors. So go near, journey through the red teleportal and collect the materials on these to build the ultimate key. Use it to open the doors to the Fortress of Solitude. Defeat thy nemesis and return with the crystal. Wow. Okay. You guys have that much faith in me? Okay. I don't need a shovel. I need the Sword of the Kings. But where do I get the material for it, though? I mean, one thing I could do is go over here and use a wrecking ball to get in there. Hopefully it works. Yep. Oh, this Sword of Kings can also slice through it. Okay. It's nothing important, but yeah. Alright. He did say the trolls have it, but not a single troll has dropped it so far. And I fought a few already, yeah. There it is. I probably can only get it right now. Okay. So let's go. Let's put these things away. I'm going to keep the rest of my inventory the same. But I'm just going to put stuff away right now. Alright. Consume the seed of life. Okay. And then we make the key. As I said, I'm going to try to get as far in the story as I can. Here's the ultimate key. I am pretty much stacked for life with this. And yeah, I'm going to rebuild the rest of Tentacle Castle outside of stream. So there's going to be a few more rooms that are going to be decorated with how I see fit. I definitely want another throne room at the top for me. Like down there is like the throne room down there is for like the king and the princess, right? So that one is for the princess. But I want to have my own throne room. That is just me. Because I am the builder and I can decide that I want another throne room. And that throne room will get to the top of Tentacle Castle with a huge... With a... Not a huge tower, but a tower that will tower over the castle and I can look into the distance with. Let's unlock. The Doors of Darkness. The world is mine. It's all mine. Who goeth there? How darest thou disturb my solitude? I am the king of Alefgard. The penalty for thine insolence is death. The fallen hero, king of darkness. Alright. Pitiful existence, huh? He also turned you into a monster? Thou hast some skill, but I have more. Alright. You're not that strong, dude. The King of Darkness is defeated. He ran away, huh? Nia opened the treasure chest. What luck! The prismatic crystal. Nia collects the prismatic crystal that Merlin asked for. Nia, my child, you've done well. He who was swallowed by the darkness has been vanquished, and all that is required to craft the rainbow drop has been reclaimed. All that remains is to rebuild the ancient altar, and the path to the Dragon Lord's lair shall be opened once more. It is just as Merlin says, the world will soon be returned to the way it was, before that disastrous decision was made. When that is done, your role will be at an end. Nia, my child, I'm so proud of you. Well, yes, Tentacle will remain shrouded in darkness, and its people at the mercy of the monsters. That much is true, however. Only the defeat of the Dragon Lord himself can lift the curse he has inflicted upon this land. I am sorry, Nia, but you're not a hero. It is not your place to fight against him. Then how will Tantegel ever again see the light of day? Someday a new hero will appear, a scion of the bloodline of Erdrick, who will lay the Dragon Lord low for once and for all. It was ever your role, Nia, to set the stage for this hero's arrival. To rebuild the castle of Tantegel, from which he will strike at the heart of the beasts. To craft the armor with which he will resist the Dragon Lord's onslaught, and the weapon with which he will smite the monster down. To restore this benighted lands to the way it was before the fateful choice was made. I thank you, Nia, from the bottom of my heart. The stage is almost set for the hero's arrival. All that remains is to await the coming of the Scion of Erdrick and the Dragon Lord's long-destined destruction. How long will we have to wait? I know not. Perhaps a year, perhaps 100, but a day will surely come. Do not be dismayed, my child. As the builder of Olivegard, your duty is almost over. Restore the ancient altar and rebuild the Rainbow Drop. And know, Nia, that I do watch over you, always. What is this? Temple tile? That looks cool as fuck. That is all the Dragon Lord gave you, dude. Like, that is very weak, I have to say. By the goddess, thou hast retrieved the prismatic crystal and returned unscathed. Tell me, girl, what horrors didst thou witness within the darkness? What manner of foul fiend did inflict this curse upon our world? What in the... Nia, thy face has fallen through the very floor. Why grievest thou so, when thy sacred duty is at last at an end? Thou didst defeat the source of the curse that afflicts these Moors, didst thou not? Then thy work is done. 'Tis but a matter of time before the curse is lifted from the land and Tantegel blossoms into life once more. And if we continue to scatter thy holy water upon the ashen earth, it will be done all the sooner. What? Thou wouldst have me see into the future and divine when the sign of Erdrick will come to defeat the Dragon Lord. What insolent! A soothsayer doth not take requests. And even if I did, the time of the hero's coming is beyond the knowledge of Rubis herself in all her infinite wisdom. The vision of even so long-sighted a seer as I stretcheth not that far. It could be 10 years, or 50, or even 100. What? Thou sayest that if that were the case, then thou and thy friends would not live to see true peace. That all those who have aided thee in rebuilding this world would pass to the hereafter before they did see their work completed. Well, yes, that may very well be true, but Nia, my girl, thou failst to see the forest for the trees. Even if our lives were to end here, and coming, and ere the coming of the hero, then our children, or our children's children, or children's children's, Come, let us not dwell on the future. For the present, I demand that thou speak with the princess and complete thy duty. Well, I got a point. Where is the princess? Oh, in her throne room. Nia, Rubis and Merlin have told me that all that thou hast achieved. They say that thou hast only to combine the ancient emblem, the Staff of Rain, the Sunstone to rebuild the ancient altar, and upon that altar recreate the long-lost Rainbow Drop. When that is done, thy role as the builder of Alefgard will at last be fulfilled. Nia, I know not what fate has in store for us. If the prophecy holdeth true, and the Dragon Lord will one day be defeated, then all will be well. And yet, in my girlish heart, I long to gaze at the boundless blue sky, to feel the soothing rain upon my face, and the gentle breezes from my hair. Mayhap 'tis mere selfishness on my part, the pampered princess within me speaking. Forgive me, as the heir to the throne of Alefgard, I needs must put my kingdom before myself. Yet the role allotted to thee by Almighty Rubus is very nearly fulfilled. I bid thee follow the great goddess's guidance and rebuild the ancient altar. Upon that altar craft a rainbow drop by which the Dragonlord's island might once again be brought within reach. Merlund hath gifted me a plan of the holy sanctuary, wherein this ancient ritual was first enacted. Take it, Nia, and complete thy duty. Ancient altar. How big is the sanctum? Not very big. Okay, let's see if I can... Can I put it over here? No. Over here. I could put it over here, yeah. Or over to the other side. I think there's more space on over here. Maybe. Like this. All right. I do not like the use of blueprints in this game as much. The blueprints are very meh. The second game has some really good ideas about how blueprints work and how building works, you know. You can make huge structures in the second game. Okay. I need more columns as well. And then the altar as well. Scare root. Where do I get scare roots? I need one more pop of Zenithium. Oh my god. Where do I get more Zenithium? I have one more wrecking ball. I should make that count. So that's a few more stone. We have around 1 more hour today. I definitely think we can finish it next time. If we go through this right now, we can definitely finish it next time. You know? Okay. Let's find some Zenithium. I don't know where, but we'll have to find it. At least a little bit. Like, at least one more. I mean, we were already in here, right? We already, like, got the stuff we needed in here. Yep. Another ruby. But yeah, the good thing would be if we came as far today as we can. And then I'll be able to rebuild Tantegel Castle to its final form, basically. Finish rebuilding the castle. The castle's already pretty good, but we can definitely do more. And I'm going to do that outside of stream. And next stream would be the finale for Dragon Quest Builders. That would be dope. Okay, let's climb up top. There has to be more caves somewhere around here, right? I only need one. I know, you know, this world used to be covered in green grass, lovely pink flowers as far as the eye could see, but now there's nothing but ice and ash. Where did all the flowers go? Alright. This is a side quest, I think. There has to be more. There has to be. Right? I mean, that is the cave we went in earlier, right? Or is it? Is it a different one? No, this is a different one. There is... there it is. The last bit we need. Alright. Let's get out of here. Okay. Oh, it's at the... I need to build a column. Where is it? There it is. I need to build a few. All right. Let's get the castle foundation walls as well as the columns. All right. Okay, there's steps too. And temple tiles, blue temple tiles, stone steps. Alright. There's the ancient altar. And we need stone steps as well. All right. There we go. There's a rainbow drop. Congratulations, Nia. Thy duty as builder of Alefgard is fulfilled. The ancient altar is rebuilt, as are the rainbow drop and the sword of kings and the auroral armor. All is in place for the day of the Dragon Lord's destruction, and it cannot come soon enough. Nia, my child, I'm so very proud of you. You fulfilled every one of the weighty responsibilities that I bestowed upon your young shoulders. It has been a long and arduous journey, but you have at least achieved your goal. Just as your distant ancestor, a warrior named Erdrick, achieved his. Though fate did not grant you your ancestor's strength of arms, you were blessed instead with the power of creation. I searched far and wide for one such as you, who could clear the Dragon Lord's curse and bring back the light to the benighted land of Alefgard. At long last, I found you, slumped in a shallow grave beneath the crumbling ruins of Cantlin. But alas, I was too late. All that remained of your inestimable being was a cold and lifeless corpse, lately slain by the rampaging monsters. And so, I breathed what vital forces I could muster into your battered body and brought you back into the land of the living. Nia, my child, I still remember what you said to me in Cantlin before your building work began in earnest. You told me that you just wanted to build things, not fight monsters, and yet you fought so hard to make it this far. Nia, my child, your sacred duty is fulfilled. The power that I bestowed upon you will soon fade. But do not fear, you will not lose everything. If you conserve what little vital energy remains within you, a long and happy life can yet be yours. From now on, you can live in peace and build to your heart's content, just as you always wished. Why doth the ground quiver so, Nia? Help me, Nia! O Nia, I have the most terrible news. The Dragon Lord hath learned of thy successes, and his dark armies march on Tantegel, even as we speak. Nia, I have thought long and hard about this matter, and I have discussed it with those in thy fellowship. And we all have come to the same conclusion. There is none other but thou who can defeat the Dragon Lord and save the world from his unholy reign. Please, Nia, I beg of thee, drive back the monstrous forces that close in on the castle, and do away with the Dragon Lord once and for all. No, Nia, do not follow that path. As I have told you many times before, you are not a hero. It is not for you to defeat the Dragon Lord. And what is more, should you go against my guidance and challenge the Dragon Lord, what little life remains within you will surely be expended. Even if, by some miracle, you were to emerge victorious, you would not survive the taste of fruits of your triumph. Listen to me, Nia. Do not go blindly to your doom, but follow the guidance of your goddess. Nia, stop daydreaming. The monsters are almost at the gates. I know full well that this is not part of the duty bestowed upon thee, and it's a daunting and dangerous task. But I prithee, Nia, nay, I beg thee, use thy powers to defeat the Dragon Lord and save our world from darkness. Yes. Foolish child. Do you truly understand the significance of this decision? If this is the path you have chosen, then so be it. The role that I allotted unto you is already fulfilled. How you choose to live your life is no longer any concern of mine. You may do as you see fit. Nia, my child, I will watch over you no more. The battle begins! Where are the monsters? Bring them. Let me... Where's the second phase? Not that many monsters, to be honest. Hello, troll. Big troll. You're not that strong. Come on. Another seed of life. Okay. Put some stuff away, please. I need those 2 seeds of life over there. To increase my max HP. Okay. My thanks, Nia. Thou hast driven back the monster's attack. But I fear that the battle is not over yet. The Dragon Lord's armies still surround us. We needs must defend this place if the fiend is ever to be defeated in my kingdom. Nia, what aileth thee? Never before have I seen thee so weak and weary. Still, I suppose 'tis only natural thou art full fatigued after so arduous an encounter. Do not be overly hasty in rejoining the fray, if I pray thee. Be sure thy strength is recovered. Ere thou returns to the field. Well, my friend, no, I'm not yet prepared because I need to go to sleep. Because it's nighttime. But yeah, this place is going to get like a complete overhaul before we finish the game. you know. I hope you guys are ready, because I am. Okay, there we go. But please promise me that thou wilt not overstrain yourself. Nope. You're attacking me or not the castle. Oh my god. I hate how you already destroyed the castle. Ugh. Now I need to rebuild it. I need to rebuild this room. Fuck me. I'm rebuilding this while the fight's still going on. There we go. Phase 2. Come on, stay back. Fuck, 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 fuck. He destroyed my castle. I hate how monsters can just destroy the castle just willy-nilly like that. Now I need to spend so much fucking time rebuilding this whole thing. There we go. My dear friend, I cannot thank thee enough. Again, thou hast delivered us from the monsters. Now that their attacks have at least subsided, all is ready for thee to face thy final challenge. Nia, it is time. By that holy power of the Rainbow Drop, thou must journey through the Dragon Lord's lair. Don the auroral armor and hero's shield that thou might be protected against his fearful magics. And take the Sword of Kings in hand, that thou might strike at the heart of the beast and lay him low. Oh, Nia, I am but a spoiled and simpering princess who would be nothing without thine incomparable powers. Even at this late stage, I have not even the words to lend thee courage as thou departest into the deepest, darkest night. All I can say to thee is this. Go, my dear Nia, and come back. I'm definitely not coming back. The way the story has been going. And now I need castle walls as well. Let's put the Rainbow Drop back in. Alright. Where's the castle walls? Okay. There we go. That's this fixed. But that's not the stairs fixed. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think the next step is going to be the finale. Be sure thou art fully restored before thou departest to challenge the Dragon Lord. Near, my friend, though I bid thee go, I shall pray night and day for thy safe return. Alright. I think I'm going to lay the groundwork. I think this next section is probably going to be the finale of the game anyway. So we're laying the groundwork for what is to be the rebuilding of Tentacle Castle to full. Alright. It's here. So these are the stairs that are going to the next area. It's going to be this high. You know. This room is going to shrink a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah. These are going to be the steps up to the next floor. So the next floor is going to start here, right? And it's going to be probably over there. So if I go out here, I'm going to keep it this way. I want to have a small room like this over here. I need to get some more stuff. More earth, more dirt. I'm going to lay out the foundations so that you might see where we're going. And then I'm going to rebuild the castle. And next time we're taking on the Dragon Lord. So yeah, the rebuilding of the castle will happen outside of stream, obviously. But I'm going to make it look real nice, you know? So yeah, I'm going to decorate each room as well with stuff, and I'm going to gather a lot of, how should I say this? A lot of healing items as well. You know? There's a few castle blocks that you just can't get. You know? And it's weirding me out a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, the room over there will get smaller. And this room is going to be barely a room. You know, this is going to be barely a room. But I'm going to lay it out anyway. And then we have another room here. It's going to be a little bit bigger. Yeah. So yeah, this room is going to be bigger. And then we have the steps over here. Alright. Steps are going to be up here. And this one will get one taller as well. There we go. Actually, we need to make them a little bit closer. Like this, you know. Like this. So that it matches the other side. So yeah. This is going to be my blueprint here. And this is going to be the platform. Basically. I don't know if I can build the entirety of it. But yeah, this is going to be the platform that will... I don't know how big I'm going to make the platform. I'll have to see. I mean, this Sword of Kings is powerful. Anyway. I can probably mine Earth as fast as with the sledgehammer. I mean... that's the last room anyway, right? That we need up there. We probably also should have a jail of sorts. But yeah, as you can see, the second level of the castle is basically finished right now. There's a few rooms there that we need to build, obviously. But yeah, the second part of the castle is finished. And then we're going to have this platform that is that big up here. Probably like this, right? And this is where the big throne room comes in. at the top, together with a watchtower, to watch over the castle. I'm also going to try to fix up all of these rooms with a roof of sorts. You know. It might not look as good as I intended, but yeah. I hope it doesn't completely float in the air. I'm going to try to not make it so that it's like floating there, you know, that it has support. All right. But yeah, then we'll be finished. But yeah, there's going to be the throne room up here together with a watchtower. The throne room's probably like facing this direction. It's probably going to be like, I'm going to probably make some edges around here. Doesn't need to be that big. I don't need the throne room to be that big, but there's also going to be the watchtower from which I can overlook the area. You know, but I think you get the picture, right? Like, you get the picture of what I'm trying to achieve here. Because I want to have this 3 stories big. And this is the last story where we can look. And then that's going to be it. But yeah, that's the basic blueprint of how I'm going to do this. I'm going to make also the rest of Tentacle look exceptionally nice. You know, like, I'm going to probably rip out some of this flooring here and add some different flooring to it as well. Then add different floorings for different rooms. I'm going to change up the room layout a bit. I'm going to make some rooms that are going to be useful. Some are going to be like better than others. Alright. No, we saved here. So that's where I'm going to end for today. Let me do this. And we're going to continue this next time. Probably with a finale. Alright. Super excited to get into the finale of this game, so I'm hoping you guys are as excited as I am. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and I will see you all next time. Trilightning out.